seriously,
friend's banner. This is great. I am taking fire, friends.
It's giving me
Down.
a feeling I haven't felt in video games in a while. Okay, he's going. Like that felt gratifying, getting that kill.
You are the Apex Champions.
I can always get ahead of myself. Neither unofficial official, excuse me, still got this little bug going over. Neither unofficial official or any of its personnel are registered broker dealers or investment advisors. We may mention that we consider certain securities or positions to be good candidates for the type of strategies we are discussing or illustrating. Because we consider these securities or positions a probe into the discussion for illustration purposes does not mean that we are telling you to trade these exact strategies or securities. Keep in mind that we are not providing you with any specific recommendation or personalized advice about your own trading activities. The information we are providing is not tailored to any particular individual. Any mention of a particular security is not a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold that or any other security, or a suggestion that it is suitable for any specific person. Keep in mind that all trading always involves a risk of loss, even if we're discussing strategies that are intended to limit risk. Also, unofficial official personnel are not subject to trading restrictions. Myself and any others at unofficial official could have a position in a security or initiate a position in a security at any time. Now, that's out of the way. I wish this bug would get out of the way too. Officially, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lazy Shadow LP coming to you with your unofficial official trading market update. Last time we spoke, we was checking out what EA was doing after their earnings, and this was shortly after the release of Apex Legend, the AAA blockbuster that it actually turned out to be in its first couple of days. And what we see right here is the market reflecting the gaming community sentiment about Apex Legend. It is enjoyed, it is loved by the gaming community, nothing but high praise. This is exactly business-wise and company-wise and for the markets-wise, for the investors, what EA absolutely wanted. Well received by the gamers. It still is on Twitch the #1 streamed and viewed game on Twitch currently, with reoccurring over 300,000 views a day minimum. The day it was released, Fortnite dropped down to, I believe it was number 13 on Twitch views. Ever since then, Fortnite has been between 2 and 3, but Apex Legends has not moved from that #1 spot on Twitch. That shows that the community really enjoys and loves this game. Me personally, I can't get enough of it. I'm mildly addicted to the game. But as you can see, that shows, or we can correlate that to what happened in the market. This gap right here is when EA had their earnings, and they said, and it was number wise that they underperformed. So that's why we had this 12-point gap. And this was, what's this, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, and today. Apex Legends came out last Monday, and within 24 hours, reoccurring players was at 2.5 million. Within 72 hours, 10 million. massive and paramount numbers for EA, which shows this is Wednesday, Thursday, and of course on the weekend you had that big spike. Of course, once these kids got out of school, they really got a chance to sit down and play some Apex Legends. It's a free-to-play game. They have some microtransactions in there. I won't even call it microtransactions, things that you can purchase. That being cosmetics, and it was 2 other players that you can earn through playing the game. It would take a while. I would say at least a week of moderate play. Let's say if kids was to play every day after school, hypothetically speaking, they would eventually have enough at the end of a week, probably Saturday or Sunday, to get one of the characters, which cost 12,000 of the in-game currency. Or you can do what I did, which was spending $20. I call that supporting the game because it's a free to play game. And I actually played with a team member and played against someone that had one of the other characters. And I'm not saying that they were in, I'm doing quotations right now, gaming terminology, OP, aka overpowered. But I saw that, first off, I would like playing that character, and second, that character and its abilities can be very useful. So yes, I supported the game, which I'm pretty sure, and what I'm pretty sure this candlestick right here shows, is that a lot of people supported Apex Legends and went ahead, and I'm not sure if they got the 2 characters or they purchased some cosmetics or what they did, but this shows that a lot of activity happened that day, and a lot of capital was exchanged during that day. Now these days right here, now I'm going back to trading terminology. EA has experienced this right here where they closed at on Friday. They closed at 97.6. This in trading terminologies considers or counts as a new high. So if you follow this gray line all the way over, you don't see any candlestick reaching this point. The last time they were at that particular point was, let's come all the way over here. Let's see, bring this down. And this was this day, which is the 24th of October. So this is a new high. And with that being said, I'm gonna go back to a little bit of trading terminology. And you can learn all about this at our Patreon, what exactly this means in trading terms. New high. The market is going to test this new high to see if it's a sustainable price for the business and for the stock. So this is why you see these red candlesticks. It went up, tested. I didn't fully draw this out, but we will have some trend lines, which will be right here. This will be resistance, and it went over resistance, which is this close price right here. We like this price up here, and as you can see, it's a line right here. Just pretend it's an imaginary line right here. We like this price. Okay, we're gonna end that for the day, and that was Monday. And yesterday, and you see it ended in and around that line right here. It closed that day at 97.24, and today it closed at 102.33. But it likes right here, wherever this line, I'm calling it a line of scrimmage right here. It likes this part right here, but it seems like it's stabilizing, and it's testing it to see if it's a suitable price. Now I'm gonna go back to gaming terminology or the gaming industry. We have a game that was receiving a lot of hype before this game was released last week, and they had an open demo and a VIP demo, and that game is of course Anthem. And its official release is on the 22nd, but it has a quote-unquote soft release with EA Origin access, or EA Origins members, and what's that? EA, I forget the program that's on Microsoft Xbox One, but that program also, where they get to play. They're going to release it this Friday, the 15th, and if you have one of those 2 subscriptions, you'll be able to play the game. Full game for PC, you will have the full game, but on Microsoft Xbox, you get 10 hours of playing time. I can go into depth of as to how that can be good and bad. It's good and bad in between that, because you're segmenting the players. But what it's going to do for EA business-wise is to allow a good percentage of gamers to get their hands on the games. And this weekend, they're going to be playing the games, possibly streaming it, of course. So you get to see how many people is watching it on Twitch, which, as you can see, this could lead to some good activity in the market. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, we will see. And that can either lead to more pre-orders and or purchases, or it can lead to people taking away their pre-orders and not purchasing a game. Time will tell with this, but that's where I'm gonna leave it right here, because that's where we at the moment. Apex Legends is a blockbuster of a game. EA is hoping that Anthem will do the same thing. The hype is surely there, the potential is surely there, and we're gonna see what this is gonna do. It's really testing. Okay, all right, Apex Legends is good, right? That's what it's saying. This is what Apex Legends is right here. It's right up in this area right here, and this is a nice little uptrend, and it looks like it's gonna be a good uptrend. Now it's gonna settle in. I will probably put a trend line right here, support right here, and resistance right here, just to give you an idea of what trend lines will look like. So just speak to this, an imaginary line going across where the gray line is there, and an imaginary line going on right there. And as you can see with these 2 trend lines, it will be the activity of these 2 candlesticks taking place right there. And essentially, these 2 candlesticks represents a good funnel, right? A lot of currency was transferred in between these 2 candlesticks right here. But I hope you start to get the picture of how gamers can correlate and actually potentially have a good idea of what the market is going to do with a particular company, with the release and the sentiment of the gamers, and how that can play into the markets. But this is officially Lazy Shadow LP, signing off of the still work in progress with the name Unofficial Official Traders, trading unofficially, or it's still a work in progress. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at _unofficial_official_. Check out our live streams at twitch.tv/unofficialofficialgaming, and don't forget our YouTube page at Unofficial Official. Once again, this is Lazy Shadow LP signing off. I am out. Man, somebody is near. I know you hear that. Jeez. You know what I'm saying? I knew I heard something.
Marking up. Reloading. I'm down the hostile. I am down.
He's just going under the bridge here. Going up.
One down.
Round 1. Beginning